Hi everyone, it's Peggy Merwin with Stamp with Peggy. Today is Monday, May 8th. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful weekend. We're going to give everybody a second here to get on. Hopefully you find me. Make sure you say hi so I know you're here. All right, let's get you pulled up here so I can watch for comments. All right, there we go. All right, looks like we got a few of you on. Hi, Jackie. Thanks so much for joining. Okay, so hopefully everybody had a wonderful weekend. We went up and saw my father-in-law, and Tony did a little work with him, and then came home and he did yard work while I worked away. We have a big demonstrator event this weekend, so that's what I was busy doing, is prepping. I have piles of things all around me here. It's a little scary right now. Okay, hi Sharon, hi, who else did I see? Annie and Diane, Roseanne, so thank you guys. Hi Linda, thank you all so much for joining. Okay, we are into the new annual catalog, and it is so much fun. The products are fabulous. I absolutely love so many different things. If you know me by now, you know I go, oh, this is my favorite thing. So what I'm sharing with you tonight is one of my absolute favorite things in the catalog. I just think it is amazing. It's timing coming up perfect. Anybody have a guess what it is? Okay. Hi, Beth. Hi, Ruth. Okay. Suspense here. The suite right now that I am working with, one of them, but the one I'm absolutely loving, is the Gone Fishing. Is that for sure what it's called? Let's Go Fishing is the name of the suite. There's no more gnomes anymore, Annie. So that's what I'm playing with. There is designer paper. There is, oh, and I forgot to bring over an embossing folder. There's a stamp set and the bundle, and they are all fabulous. So I'm going to share some of that with you tonight. Thank you very much, Becky. And I saw a couple other shares. Mwah. I so appreciate that. Don't forget to comment, share, especially tag, get some friends in here. I have two prizes for this week. The first one is the Elegant Faceted Gems. I have another package of those. Hi, Luann. And Becky White. These will be going out in the mail to you. I have a little catch up to do, so if I haven't gotten it in the mail to you, some of you others in the past, I will get these out. So Becky White, these will be yours. And then Glenda Williamson is getting the 2123 in color dots. Okay, so Glenda, those will be going out to you. If I don't have emails, I'll kind of pop a little comment out, but I are not emails, addresses. I think I have both of your addresses from previous wins. Okay, so phenomenal. Now, what I'm going to do, we can actually show the inside of the catalog now too. So I'm going to flip my camera down right away. Deadline for Paper Pumpkin for May. If you would like to join the May classes, the deadline is tomorrow for the, and I can't even think right now what the name of the kit is, Exploring in Colors. Beautiful, beautiful sceneries in the back. There's card sets that you can add on as an optional that are pre-printed, and they are gorgeous. So deadline for that is tomorrow, along with, I believe tomorrow is also the deadline for this month's Coffee, Cocoa, and Cards class on May 31st. In person, again, all of the classes, you can get them as kits in the mail if you would like. You just don't get to see ahead of time what they are. It's a surprise. All right, so let's get the camera flipped down here. And, okay, coming back up. All right, now let's scoot things a little bit here. Okay, so here is the catalog spread of this bundle. I think it's fabulous. We have, and I'm trying to make sure that, excuse me, you can see this. We have designer paper. I'm going to show you the designer paper a little more. We have an embossing folder that's like rope. What is it called? twisted rope 3D embossing folder. We have this fabulous stamp set. This just jumped at me when I first got the catalog. And then there's coordinating dies that are awesome. And then we have some fabulous samples. So check this one out. I absolutely, let's fold this. Absolutely love this. And then I saw over the weekend, and it's definitely going to be one we're going to do. They made it into like a 3D card so that it opens up. You can kind of see through. And when you open it up, you've got the tackle box inside with all the little pieces instead of just on the front cover. So it's really cool. I'm thinking maybe even do this on the top and then make a box underneath that you can then divide, and maybe even put fishing lures inside the box, real live ones that could be used. Or do a little searching and find some fun little treats and things to put inside the little thing, like a snackle box. Because then it could be used for anybody, right? So this is what we're doing tonight as we start to prepare for Father's Day. Again, like I said with Mother's Day, it can be anybody. It can be a son, a brother, a friend. To me, these holidays don't have to be. If you don't have a father, I'm sorry. I'm grateful that I still have mine. But these cards and projects can work for any man or woman. My mother-in-law was a wonderful, oh, Linda, I'm sorry, I just saw that. That would be really cool, is to put some gummy worms in there. That would be awesome. My mother-in-law was a huge fisher person. So this would be a great card even for her for Mother's Day. Okay, so here is the beautiful designer paper. We've got fishing poles, oops, upside down, in the new wild wheat. And then the back side is just a fun, like a fishing net with basic gray and vanilla. And then this one, which is what we're going to use tonight, with some fishing flies. Now, when I was growing up, we went up north fishing all the time in the summer, and my dad and brother would actually tie the jigs. So that reminds me of that. Love this. Kind of a blue, kind of a gray tone to it. Okay, and then we have lots and lots of fish. But on the other side, look at how cool that paper is. I mean, it's just for almost anything. Cheryl DeSico, you could get some nautical cards out of that one. This one I really like too, with all the flies and jigs, all the different colors with the feathers. And then love a plaid. That's fabulous. And again, that works for any masculine. If you don't have fisher people, that works great too. Same with this one. Look at how fun that is. Just kind of like water. And then the other side is a map. Cheryl, you could do some great sailboat ones with that. And then we have some bigger fish. And I love this one too. Another great plaid with some Mossy Meadow and wild wheat to it. Okay. Now I'm going to do this because I want to check something. Okay. Then here's the stamp set. It's amazing. Happy Father's Day. Happy retirement. Congrats. So glad that you're my dad. And good things come to those who wait. Okay. And then the dies that coordinate with it. Now, what I just wanted to see was there is this one. Okay, it doesn't work for that. I'm wondering, I have not tested yet to see if it cuts out. Well, maybe not. Oop, it cuts that one out. Whatever kind of little blue fish, blue and kind of salmon colored. So maybe that's a salmon. How about that? Hi, Marianne. Okay. It'll cut out that blue and green one. So it does, some of the dies cut out some of those little things too. But we have all kinds of fun little pieces. Okay. So let's get started. We have a kind of pop-up card. There's lots of pieces to this card, but it's really not hard. Okay. So we're starting with a 4 1/4 by 11-inch base, and it's scored at 5 1/2. Well, Helen, thank you very much so that Shark could find us. Okay, so we're going to fold that one in half. And then I'm going to do the front cover first. So I have a piece of very vanilla that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I have this piece of designer paper that I said I really liked. That is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So we're going to adhere those together. And no, I'm not going to show you the card ahead of time. Oh, that would have, Beth, that would have been an awesome card then to have. I know. I could not wait to get, this was not one of the pre-orders that we could do. We had to wait until May 2nd, just like everybody else. So yes, I did expedite my order so that I could get it right away, mainly because we had this event that we are planning for this Saturday. Okay, so there's kind of a fun part of our front, and we're just going to finish the front completely. I have a 3/8 by 5 1/4 inch piece of Pecan Pie, one of the new colors, and we're just going to put that across the center of the front, and we're lining it up with the vanilla edges. No, we're not. Okay, what did I cut it at? I must have cut it. All right, we're going to say it's 5 1/8, the same as the designer paper. Okay. All right, then I have a piece of Mossy Meadow that I die cut with the Radiating Stitches dies. This is one of the online items. This is a to die for die set. And then I have a piece of Pecan Pie that I cut that'll go right in the center of that. So that we have those fun little stitches radiating out around our matte layer. And then I have a piece of Very Vanilla that I have stamped. Good things come to those who wait. And I stamped that in the Mossy Meadow ink. And we're just going to adhere that right to here. Okay. And then we're going to attach this with dimensionals, of course. Okay. Everybody's got a busy May coming up. We have graduations coming around the corner. I saw Sheila post just a little bit ago that her oldest granddaughter is graduating this weekend. I can't believe that she is graduating already. She used to come to she was one of my first ones at my kids' stamp classes way back when. She was just a little girl. Okay, adorable little front. Now we have some new gems. And let's put it on the back of the white. 2 different sizes, and we have silver, black, and champagne. Fun. They are called Adhesive-Backed Sparkle Gems. And yes, I forgot to bring my little tool along with, but we are just going to add in all 4 corners. Isn't it pretty? I mean, these things are amazing. It's your birthday this month, Beth? What day is your birthday? I'll have to add you onto my calendar list so that I can get a card in the mail to you. Okay. So then I cut 2 pieces of Very Vanilla that are 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I embossed them with the new twist. Now, I'm going to adhere these to both inside panels. Just like that. There's one side. And then there's the second side. So there's the inside. It's as pretty as the outside. All right, now we are going to, we have a piece of Mossy Meadow that is 1 1/4 by 11 inches. And it's scored at 2 3/4, 5 1/2, and 8 1/4. Okay. And then, okay, we're going to fold it in half, and then we're going to fold both sides back so that it goes like that. It's going to end up going here, but first we're going to add some panels to it. Okay. So let's move this out of the way for a minute. Okay, now I have 4 pieces of pecan pie that are 2 inches by 2 1/4. 2 inches by 2 1/4. Okay, they are going to get glued on to our Mossy Meadow panel underneath. Okay, so I'm just going to put 2 rows of adhesive across there. Okay, and the easiest thing to do is to line them up on your grid paper. Let's see if we can do this. And then we're going to center it. Okay, and then we're going to just continue across, centering it between the score lines. But by putting it on that grid line, we're staying pretty close. Okay, we're going to scoot that a little bit more. Okay, now we have those all on there. Now we're going to work on our little panels for the inside. This one we're just going to glue right on here. This is where you can sign your name. Tiny writing, but put just a little greeting there. So I'm just going to adhere this one right down flat. And these pieces, I'm sorry, are 1 7/8 by 2 1/8. Okay. All right, now these 3 pieces, I gotta get my stamps out here. For those of you who do paper pumpkin, when you first get a paper pumpkin kit, you get a fun little block. Use them for everything because I was running out of blocks. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to take this little hashtaggy one with Pecan Pie ink. Okay, and then we're going to ink it up, but I'm going to stamp it off on my scratch paper so I don't get a dark shade. And then I'm going to go to the bottom. And then I turned it over so that I kind of get the same shape even at the top and bottom. And I'm going to do that on all 3 of these pieces. And I'm stamping it off, inking it up and stamping it off each time so that I get roughly the same color on each one. And there's that. Okay, so we have that part done. Now, since I've double blocked everything, let's get that cleaned off before I get ink all over everything. Okay. All right, so then I'm going to take one, and I'm going to take my Happy Father's Day, and I'm going to use Mossy Meadow ink. And I'm just going to stamp that right over the top of that. Okay, that's my second panel. Now these 2 panels, we're going to put some flies and jigs and bobbers on, okay? So we're going to set them to the side, and I've got a scratch piece here. I just cut a piece 2 3/4 by 8 1/2, so I had something to work with. Okay, we are going to start with, excuse me. All right, we're going to start with this little spinner, and we're going to ink it up with, nope, that's not what I did. All right, let's clean it off. Because my copper clay stamp pad is somewhere packed already, I'm using my marker, and I'm just coloring it in. For those of you, this might be new, but you can multicolor with the markers. It's a great way to start if you don't have many supplies. Okay, and so I'm just stamping that down there. And then I'm going to take the outline of the spinner, and I'm going to go back to my Pecan Pie, And then I'm going to put this right over the top. And then I get the outline. Okay. We're going to do this, and then we're going to die cut some of them. Okay, so we've got that one. Now we're going to take this little jig that's kind of got feathers on it with a hook, and we are going to use the copper clay again. And we're going to color, with the marker, we're going to color the hook. And I told you this is copper clay. I fibbed. It's Cajun craze. And then I'm taking the Mossy Meadow, and I'm going to color the leaf with the Mossy Meadow marker. Now, again, you can't do this with Stampin' Blends. You have to use the markers if you're going to color right onto the stamp. The Stampin' Blends will, stain it. Permanently stain it. It will not come off. Okay? All right, so there's two. Then I want, let's see if I have them all. Okay, and here's a tricky one. I've got it on both sides. So I'm going to start with the head of the next little lure. And I'm going to stamp it off just really lightly because I want it just a little lighter. And it's a fish shape. And then I'm going to use the outline, and I'm going to use the Pecan Pie again. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to put the eyeball right in the center. The outline goes right out around. All right, let's get that out of the way. And then, where's the other one? Then we're going to add the bobber. And so we're going to do the outline in the Pecan Pie. And this one I can actually do this way. And then I'm going to pull in Poppy Parade. Hi, Suzanne. Definitely, always better late than never. I know everybody's really busy, and always you can catch the replay if you can't join me live, but love to be able to see your comments while we're on air. Okay, so now we have 4 lures, bobbers, 3 lures and a bobber, I guess. Okay, let's get these closed up. And this out of the way, and that out of the way. And then we're going to get our little cut and emboss machine out here. And I'm using the mini this time because it works just fine because they're narrow. Except I think I need to move that out of the way. Okay, so we're going to put our plates. We're going to put our piece there. And then we're going to pull our dies in. And here we've got our bobber and our little feather lure. All right, I need to grab my tape. Okay, let's make sure they stay in place. And you can do more than one. I know some of you don't like to. You like to just cut one at a time so that it's all good. Jan, this stamp set is amazing. In June, I will be doing a class using this. Because I just got it, I had to kind of wait for sure till I could see, but I got to get a date picked so that I can get it ordered. All right, then we have our little spooner or spinner. We're going to line that one up. And then our last one is the little fish. And get one more piece of tape. Reminder again, this is Post-it tape. Comes on a little spool, and it is fabulous for holding your stuff in place. Okay, so there we have our 4 pieces. We put our top layer on, and we crank it through. And by putting that tape on there, it holds them in place as it wiggles and jiggles so that they don't slide around, or at least not very much. All right, let's get that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. All right, now we have our pieces. Look at that, they're falling right out for me. I save and reuse these because they'll last a few times. Okay, there's 3. let's get this one back in its place. And our fourth one. Okay, let's move that out of the way, get the scratch paper out of the way. Now we can pull our pieces back in. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to adhere the Happy Father's Day. When I do the class on this, we'll do a couple of these cards, one of the tackle boxy type things, and then if that isn't the piece that is the gift type thing, then we will also be making a gift type thing. There's so many things rolling in my head right now of things that I want to make. There's a amazing die set that makes 3D flowers. You cut out a bunch of pieces and then you intertwine them together and it makes dimensional trees, and it is awesome. Okay, because this card is already bulky, I don't want to add dimensionals to it. Hi, Sheila. Busy with graduation things, huh? Okay, we're going to add that one there. We're going to add this little spinner one up here. We're going to give our little fish kind of right in here. And then the fly that caught the big fish. We need a little more on that one. And we're going to put that right in here. Okay, now all we have left to do is open our card. And then we're just going to put adhesive on these ends and put it right in so it goes down flat. Okay, and I brought Super Seal, Stampin' Seal Plus. And so I'm just putting it on both ends. It's okay if it kind of gets a little bit on the copper one or the Pecan Pie. All right, and so then we're just going to center it top to bottom. And we're going to touch there, and then it closes up. How cute. And it's like, oh, good things come to those who wait. And then you open it and all the little things pop right out at you. You could actually kind of tuck a gift card up under there. See how this is not attached? You could glue it down, but I think it kind of helps give it just that extra little oomph to it. Okay, so there is today's project with the fabulous Gone Fishing bundle. Here is May's host code, okay, XMXRF7RG. That's what we're doing with this month. Oh, thank you so much. You guys liked that one. So, maybe for any orders put in this week, I can cut a set. Now you're going to have to, again, I can't do any stamping, but I could cut a set and pop it in the mail to you so that you have all of the supplies to be able to make this card. If you don't have the stamp set or you aren't ordering it, you really should. I will do the embossing on this also. Okay, so any order $35 or more, I will mail you a kit to be able to make this card. How's that? And I think that's everything for tonight. This designer paper is awesome, 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 awesome. You guys have a fabulous week. Happy Mother's Day to everyone on Sunday. And I will be back next Monday, May 15th. Thank you so much. See some of you this Saturday. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.